Is that you, Mickey? I don't see you either. Okay. Okay. You got rid of the sound.
Wait.
You
Let's
got
get it
you got
together
rid of
because
the
you're
sound.
perfectly connected.
Okay. There you are.
Oh my God.
Oh my
This is
God.
so
So
cool.
You might be better
this
like
is
I
so
just entered
cool.
the 21st century.
Hello.
I just is that, am I centered?
The lighting might be
You
better
look
this
great.
way.
There's a little headroom, a little
Forget
extra head,
forget
but
about the lighting. Who cares?
you
Lighting.
could tilt it up. I don't
Tilt
mind looking at your
on the front.
tattoos, but
There.
that looks good.
Oh
So
my
good to see you.
God. I
It's
get
Hi.
to
so
meet
good to
Willy
see you.
Wonka. I want to go to
Hello.
ticket. I want to
You
go to
know,
ticket and enter the 21st century at the same time.
yes, you did. Good. Fine. On we go.
Oh my God, you sound like a Hasidic Willy Wonka.
I am Willy Wonka. I'm the first and the greatest. I'm not some shitty Johnny Depp.
I mean,
I'm
Johnny
the real
Depp's a
guy.
good actor. I mean, I was about to say I love the guy, but I've never met the guy, so I can't love the guy. Johnny Depp's a great actor, and I understand that the movie industries need to just keep rehashing because they're great stories, and they just want. But like, let the you disappeared. Video. Now it says you're dude. Oh my God, internet video quality issues. Okay, I'm just gonna keep talking even though I don't see
Do you
you.
want to do you want to try it on your cell phone? Do you want to download the
If you
app?
know it's the Wi-Fi, it's gonna be the same on the phone. It just says Jay's video has been disabled due to internet quality issues. Their video is still recorded, so I'm just gonna pretend I see you because it's still recording.
Okay, so you can't see me, but you can hear me.
Exactly, and it's fine because I know exactly what you look like.
Okay, and you're wearing sunglasses, so I mean, how much were you seeing anyway?
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
My eyes are closed most of the time, and I can barely hear. So, but yeah, we're good.
It's good to see you. I think that we're gonna have a good time. I hope that we will.
We
I
will
think
have
that
a
we
good
will.
time. So yeah, let's just
So
jump in and forget about all the Wi-Fi and all that stuff.
no, what are you drinking? Is that lemonade?
It's a close to lemonade. I guess you would call it lemonade without sugar because it's lemon mixed with water. It's early where I am. I just finished kickboxing.
Can I say where you are?
Yep, I'm in Indonesia.
You're in Indonesia,
Yep.
and you're having a good time out there. You're relaxing.
Not so much. I mean, relaxing. Like I'm out of the rat race, and I'm not a political kind of person. So, and if anyone lost any family members to COVID or to anything this year, I feel sorry. I'm not feel sorry. Everyone dies. We all die. We all have a day. Once we're born, you're going towards death. But this year, for me, because I wasn't able to work at what I work in my job for the last I guess it's been exactly 1 year and a month, maybe a year and a month. It was it just let me like I just been since birth. I kind of been fight or flight. That's kind of how I roll, I guess you would say. Just
I
from,
want to I want to talk about your childhood
yeah,
because
yeah. I'm gonna let you ask me
did
questions before I just start talking. You ask me
did
whatever you
you
want.
are you really from Hollywood?
I was born and raised. I was born at County General Hospital in East Los Angeles. I was supposed to be born at home. I was conceived in Echo Park, and then they tried to do my birth at home, and then it didn't go. It didn't go right. Well, there just was problem. My mom went in the bath, a hot bath, because she thought that'd be a good idea to get relaxed and stuff. But then it got my lungs in the womb in the bag, and it got my lungs filled with stuff. So then they had to go to the hospital, County General, and then I was born, and it was like a long time, and then I don't know what moon it was or any of that stuff. But then my mom finally fell asleep, and then they woke up my mom, and they said, "We think your son's going to be retarded." And she's like, okay, well, could you have at least let me like wake up naturally instead of wake me up? And so yes, I wasn't born in Hollywood. I was born in East Los Angeles.
And what's your relationship with sugar?
With who?
With sugar. Sugar.
I love sugar. I love candy. You want to hear a funny? I talk about candy in all my songs, and then not all my songs, some of my songs, and then someone asked me, when you talk about candy, what is that? What is that? Like, what's that the metaphor for? I'm like, it's not a metaphor for anything. It's just candy because I like candy.
Okay, and if you could be a candy bar, what candy bar would you be and why?
Chocolate covered payday. I love that candy bar, and then it disappeared for a while. And every day, see, I wasn't really allowed to eat candy when I was a kid, but then I would go get candy. There was a Rexall. See, when I was a kid, across the street from the Beverly Center, before the Beverly Center was built, and before Rexall was built, there was like a little pony ride there. And then I'd go on the pony ride when I was a little kid, and then it's just like a slow little pony ride. And then one time they said, like, here's the whip to make the pony go faster. And I was like, I don't want to whip the pony. It's just going in a little circle. But they built the Beverly Center there. Then there's a Rexall there, and it had all the good candy there. Like, they had those gums. There were all the different colors with the zebra on it, you know. And then they stopped making chocolate-covered paydays. And then they only made regular paydays. And then every time I go, maybe tomorrow they're going to have the chocolate cover. And just years. And then one day I went, and then it was there. They started making it again.
They did. And also, do you know the paper candy where they put the little tabs of sugar on top of paper, and you're supposed to eat it off the paper?
Do
you know what I'm?
What are they called?
The dots.
Specks?
The dots.
Yeah, dots.
The dots. I knew a guy that used to sell acid that way, but it looked like the candy. It's a good way to sell it, and this is sort of the protocol that drugs sort of took, because a candy could be a tiny little thing, but being sugar, you wouldn't know, because drugs also have a acidic sugar underproperty, as you know. So you think you're getting a cocktail, you're actually getting roofied.
Well, the thing with candy or food, candy and drugs, food. See, everyone wants to put an umbrella, to say drugs. So then you say drug, you think that means you're saying like crystal meth, crack, and then that's the same thing as like mushrooms or something. That's like saying food. That's like saying a gummy bear and a steak, or or is the same. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
Like,
they're not mutually exclusive.
It's by umbrella terming a word, and then people, this is good, this is bad. Like nothing's like that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
It's like there's no black and white, just shades of gray. But like everything now, not just now, like human beings, we're the problem. We're the parasite on the universe, and like now everyone's like on this side or this side. Just because you don't agree with this person says, that doesn't mean that, like, if you're watching two people in a fight or a race or something, just because you don't like this one doesn't mean you have to like the other one. Maybe they both suck.
Right.
Maybe they're both great. Who knows?
Should drugs be legal?
I mean, they should be legal. Like, will it ever happen in America? Well, here's the thing. Again, it's an easy or a simple problem, but like simple problem, simple solution. I don't know. Basically, they don't have the way this would have to work. See, people don't do drugs because they're illegal or illegal. Maybe if they were legal, maybe even less people would do drugs. The thing with the people who shouldn't have, grown-ups should be able to do whatever they want to do. Grown-ups,
I agree,
are grown-ups, and they should. But then, you don't want someone getting in a car and going and killing someone or whatever. But it's just like there's
But you have to be an adult. I mean, you could be prescribed medication, but you're not supposed to take it and then go drive with it. It's the same kind of
So same kind of
adult.
thing. And then everyone always thinks like, but what about the kids? Well, kids shouldn't be doing any of that stuff. I mean, the only legal one that you don't need to get with a prescription is alcohol, and nothing against alcohol. I love to drink. Love to have a glass of wine or two or a bottle or more. But that's the one where you crash your car, beat up your wife or girlfriend or husband or whatever you're into.
Right.
It's actually like the least exciting one. I mean, it's cool like after you've worked hard all week or all day, and then but that's the one that makes everybody do all the stuff that you're not supposed to do. You know, weed. Maybe you drive your car like too slow and you're too paranoid and eat too much food. I would say the speedy ones. If you don't sleep for a long time, then you maybe not crash the car, but then maybe you start making up. You know, that's like how the World War II, you know, Holocaust. Like you get enough like speed in you, and you start thinking about all the people you don't like and how you can take them out because you haven't slept for a long, you know, all that stuff. So it's really just there needs to be program. I really think that everything's been taken out of the schools, not just the arts. The arts have been taken out of schools, public schools. The music's been taken out of the public schools. The auto shop taken out of schools. Wood shop, working with hands. So if you don't know, if you're not smart on this one kind of test, basically this generation, I feel so bad. Like you have all this technology, you have the whole, like my mom have to get a new Encyclopedia Britannica every, I don't know, however many years she would get it. It'd be every few years, get a new Encyclopedia Britannica. Now it's all like at the push of the buttons, but instead of people, and you have every song, like my dad collected little records, little 45s. It's like now just push the button, but instead everyone wants to use their thumbs to talk shit to each other, not even being in each other's faces. They would never say this kind of stuff if they were in front of them. A, they wouldn't have the guts. B, they wouldn't want to, because why would you want to say something mean to another human being right in front of you? And so it's like, you know, it's like, what are you going to do with your sword? Are you going to cut somebody's head off, or are you going to make a beautiful dinner for somebody?
Right, and it seems too that when you go to school, you're just taught theory. You're not taught applicable things that could, you know, like soldering or jewelry making.
The kid thinks he's like, oh, this 13-year-old boy, he has ADD. Let's give him medication. And I'm obviously, you can see I'm not a doctor. If anybody needs medication, like, don't not take it because I'm talking about it. Some people need medication, but this kid can't pay attention. Let's give him speed. It's like, no, he's a 13-year-old boy. He should just be thinking like all he's thinking about is his dick and running and jumping and like bouncing off the walls. And he's probably like really good at one thing, maybe more than one thing, but he's probably really good at one thing. And then he'll never find out what he's good at, because that's another thing they're doing now. You give the trophy. Oh, let's give everyone a fucking trophy. No. If you suck at something, you don't get a trophy, because then you think, oh my God, that's cool, and maybe I'm good at this. No, you're not good at it. You suck at that, but you're going to be really awesome at something else. So you don't get a trophy for that. And like, why do you even need it? Even if you win, why do you even need a trophy? Like, just know, like, you're good. You know, but if you need to get a trophy, give it to the person or the people, the team, whatever, that's good at that thing, and let the people that aren't good at it find. Everyone doesn't have to play. Let them find what they're good at. Maybe you're going to write the next best American novel. Maybe you're going to become an aerospace engineer. I don't know, but like, it's fucked up. I mean, it makes me really sad.
Yeah, I never gave out 1 million golden tickets. You know, I only gave out 5.
5. You know,
because that's it, 5.
That's it, 5. And then, like, Charlie wasn't even supposed to, like, exactly.
He was the long shot. Yeah.
It's all in a nutshell.
I want to read some of your lyrics.
Okay.
just so people can get a sense of what you do. A lot of people already know who you are, but I want to go through some of your lyrics. I'm going to read here.
Yep.
This is from my dick. Okay. My dick,
My worst
pink
song.
and big. My dick, pink and big. Your dick stinks like shit.
Shakespeare.
Right?
Yeah.
My dick got a Caesar, dude.
Yeah.
Your dick needs a tweezer, dude.
Yeah.
Very clever. Very
Very
clever.
good. Can you see it? Did I paint the picture?
What does Caesar do mean?
A Caesar do, like, now pretty much only Puerto Ricans and like some blacks have the Caesar do. Some whites used to be, some whites have it. Whites, blacks, Puerto Ricans was a gay thing for a while. But a Caesar do is the haircut of Julius Caesar.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what do. I forgot. Okay, do.
Like a do,
Okay.
like a hairdo.
Right, a hairdo.
It kind of looks like a yarmulke, if your hair was a yarmulke, almost like a, you know what I mean?
It's almost like the haircut you would see on like the Andy Griffith show. Like Barney.
Think like Marlon Brando and I don't know.
Or what's Dick? Who is it?
Spartan? Was it? No. Was what
Spartacus.
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 Marlon
Yeah.
Brando and Spartacus.
Great.
Right?
Okay, I'm gonna read from. This is Jane Fonda.
Okay. And my second worst song.
Okay, I love this song though. I had a baby named Jane. She could shake that thing. Said her daddy used to hang with Johnny Coltrane. Is that true? Did he used to hang out with Johnny Coltrane?
I wish I knew. I mean, that was just a girl that I would really have liked to hang out with. But no, I don't know.
She was hot. She
Yeah.
really had a lot. I knew her briefly. I went to a cocktail party with her and Ted Danson.
It would be.
He was younger. He
like,
had just started acting.
Anyone, if you knew a chick whose dad hung out with Johnny Coltrane, can you imagine how cool that chick must be? And she got
Exactly.
a big fat ass.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be biography. It can just be, rhyming, right?
Exactly. Well,
Okay. And then
just
the
Rocky
chorus.
who I would like, who I spend time with when I in between my ears.
And I want to get to the chorus too of Jane Fonda. You say 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the dance floor. Work it out. Shake it, little mama.
Yeah.
Let me see you do the Jane Fonda.
But when I
There aren't a lot of songs about Jane Fonda, are there?
Well, when I was a kid, everyone's mom did the Jane Fonda workout, and then I don't know.
But I mean, they're not. You're probably the only song about Jane Fonda.
Probably, maybe, yeah. I think I did. I met her, and then. But my mom also told me, see, I did that song, and was my buddy's idea. Who I made it with, Cisco. His name's Cisco Adler. His dad's Lou Adler. He made the Monterey Pop Festival and produced Mamas and the Papas and all that stuff. And he said, I think we should do this song about Jane Fonda and then I said, and I thought about my mom and doing all that, and I thought, I think that's a pretty stupid idea. But he's like, no, trust me, it could be cool. But then I remember it went by the place. It was on Robertson. I'd see it, but my mom she never had the money to go to the real place or anything, but she had the tapes, the VHS, and then all the moms, they're working so hard to be skinny and do the aerobics, and then my mom said she read the biography, and then she said she was like anorexic or bulimic or something the whole time.
Yeah,
and she's like, we're working so hard to do this, and then the person who's teaching us is cheating.
Yeah, and that's not the workout attire. That's dysmorphia. That's body dysmorphia.
Exactly. That's a sickness, and that's sad. So, and then I didn't know any. Everyone always wants, and then they're like, "Fuck Jane Fonda," like Vietnam. I'm like, I don't know. Sorry.
What is that? What is that? Talk about hating. People hate people that are doing well, don't they?
I think there's maybe. Everything we have in us is from like the beginning of time. So everything is like survival. And I think maybe there was a time, and here I see there's like a lot of monkeys and like monkey gangs, monkey tribes, and there's the one tribe that lives here, the one monkey tribe, and but then now because of COVID and I can see you again. Awesome, it's so much cooler when I can see you.
Great.
Now there's no one here because of COVID and no food, so one monkey tribe has to come all the way from half a mile away from another and has to come here, and they have to fight for the food and all. So it's like dysmorphia. It's like the bowl it's a magical bowl. It's like the chocolate factory. It's a magical bowl that's endless. Like
Right.
Mary Poppins bag.
Right.
If you take something out of Mary Poppins bag, it's not like, oh my God, there's that thing less in Mary Poppins. You just took $5 out of Mary Poppins bag. There's $5 that no. If I take $5 out of the bag, there's still another $5 for you, and there's another $5 for you. But I think some primal reptile, something from the beginning, and it just, like you would never. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Maybe.
It's sort of like supply and demand. It's sort of like if you didn't know there was supply and demand,
But the supply is limitless. That's the problem.
you would live differently.
Endless supply, and it's like I'm not as naive and stupid to be like, oh, just like pull yourself up from your bootstraps, just get together. No, everyone, like, we've all been dealt like a different hand, and everyone, and some people's parents are shit, and some people's parents love them. And like everyone, and sometimes but if you always have like something, you don't need to be worried about what other people are doing. Like
That's right.
If you just wake up in the morning to when you go out at night and you just make sure like you have food in your stomach, your children have food in their stomach, there won't be enough much time to be worrying about whether people are being successful or not. And that's another problem with this social media. Like I don't really like it so much. Like I go on the Instagram and I like old cars, and so I just follow people that put up pictures of their cars, and then like from on waiting for the bus or something in between.
But you have to say to yourself, look, I gotta put my phone down. I gotta quit looking.
I call it the
at this.
crack pipe. I call it the crack pipe because you
It
can't
is.
compete with the crack pipe. So if me and you are hanging out smoking crack, or just you're smoking crack, or just I'm smoking crack, and one of us wants to talk to the person, and you're like gonna say the best story. Like I'm about to tell you the best story, or like how you and you're like, come on, pay attention to me. You can't compete with the crack pipe. You're never gonna compete with the crack. You can't compete with the slot machine, the penny slot machine.
Right.
And you
Right.
have,
Unless you're Rain Man or something.
unless
Right.
you're a man, but that's okay. So it's very so. There, and then you get mad, so they're not listening, and then you're like, if we're gonna hang out, go to dinner, do something, the phone goes here, over there, or if we're going because we're both working and you have your laptop or you have your phone, like, oh, you want to go get coffee? I gotta spend an hour, and that's a different thing. But if you're spending family time, and with the kids, I just see it's like you wouldn't give your kid a crack pipe, would you? Or even candy.
Only if it was chocolate.
You wouldn't even give a kid, but you wouldn't like be like Augustus Gloop and just say there's a chocolate river, because then what's gonna happen? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
He's dead, by the way.
he's dead. He got
He's dead. He died.
dead.
No more.
Of the two. So I just like don't. If you can't raise your child, like it's cool. It takes a village to raise a child.
It does.
Chocolate
It does.
factory.
And
but-
not Valley Village either,
Not Valley Village. So maybe you got the money for a nanny. Maybe you got some crazy aunts and uncles helping out. But don't let this thing raise your child. Don't let the iPad
But
raise your child.
people are doing that. People are just
I'm
giving.
not saying it's a parent's fault. Parents.
No, but it is. It's a cultural, systemic.
It's not okay. If parents were saying, "I'm exhausted, I give my kid the crack pipe," because I'm exhausted and I need my time. So I give my kid a crack pipe and a lot of crack, and I let him go off and do his thing. All the parents should be in prison, and we don't need to fill up our prisons any more than they already are. So you just basically wouldn't give the kid the crack pipe.
But what is Adderall? I mean, how far
You
off
wouldn't give your kid
is?
speed. You wouldn't say. You wouldn't take your kid to the meth house, would you? No, all that shit.
But you get a prescription for Adderall. I mean, how far off is that?
Okay, I'm not a doctor. Maybe I can't imagine that any.
No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm saying you're right.
No, but I'm saying with you, I don't want to say like someone. Oh, my kid really does need Adderall. If your kid needs fucking Adderall, fine. I don't think any kid needs speed unless they're Rayman or something like, and he doesn't even need it. If someone has a serious medical, well, that's another thing. America and one other country, I don't know what it is, the only countries that are allowed to do medication commercials. Why would you have a commercial for medicine with Coca-Cola? Your doctor or physician or local free clinic should be the one telling you. If it not, because now all the kids are what's it called when you're hypochondriac and you self-die? They're like, I breathe air and
Right.
you breathe
Right.
air and have
Right.
and we're born from a woman. I breathe air and was born from a woman. I think I have that thing, and then it's like all sweet music and that thing. Like I think I need that thing, and then no one pays attention. May give you bloody bowel movements, bloody noses, crash your car, and then what's going on here?
Which bloody noses.
Yeah, I did not think that when I was a kid. I thought I missed all the cool shit. Like I thought like I missed the 50s, I missed the 60s, got the tail end of the 70s, and then I didn't realize that I actually had the end of like freedom and children outside having fun, riding their bicycles, riding their skateboards. Video games came out, played them for a sec, but I like pinball. It's so fucking. And these
Look, Mickey,
Yeah.
the future is a bitch. Am I wrong? The future is a bitch.
The future's a bit like I don't know, like, and I just don't really want to bring more children into this world. Like
Where'd you get those sunglasses?
I got them out here. They're pretty cool, right? They're like party glasses.
I like them. They're ambidextrous.
Yeah, I know what my chick. Yeah, my chick has a purple pair. I normally just wear fake black Ray-Bans. They're like $5, but they look like $200. But I just thought these were cool because like you look cool and I look cool, and then my hair's up for kickboxing. So
I like the hair up. You look like Princess Leia.
I was about to say it's like a Snoop Dogg meets Princess Leia. Meets the
I
Lady
saw
of
photo. Now there was a period of time when you didn't wear deodorant, and Enrique, my friend, we have a mutual friend named Enrique. I won't say his last name. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't.
Walnut Creek, Enrique.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's really funny.
Now there was a period of time. He told me this that you didn't wear deodorant, and
after you tell me,
the women would flock to you. They didn't care.
Yeah.
What is that? Tell me about that charisma that you have.
And I hate to name drop, but I have to, just to tell the story in truth. So when I was a kid, like I went to Salvation Army every day, like looking for vintage clothes, thrift stores, everything, and I dressed so like I dressed from the 50s, so cool, and like. I probably put more time into getting dressed than even the girls did, and then I would think, Alex, it should be so easy to get this chick. Like, look how cool I look. But then they're like fucking the jocks or whatever, or whoever. This story actually has nothing to do with jocks. So then, I started this school. It was on Highland and Franklin. It was called Excelsior because it was 10th grade. Because by then I was already selling weed, and I didn't want to be school past like 12:30. A lot of the kids at the school were actors and stuff. I wasn't an actor, so they had to finish school by then to go to auditions and stuff. I just wanted to be done with school by noon. I didn't have any auditions to go to or the Olympics or anything. I just
Right.
I want to be done with school, and I wasn't like in continuation. Like I was a delinquent, but I always did good in school. So the actress model Mila Jovovich, and again I hate dropping name. Hey Mila, love you. She was in that school, and I went. My mom would pack me a lunch every day, even when I was in 10th grade, and I'd bring my lunch to school. And then, like, either the first day of school or first week of school, and then, like, we became friends, and I went back to her house after, and we were, like, hanging out. She's like, do you want to go to this coffee shop? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. And then there was, like, some poet guy there with, like, a cool fedora and, like, a dirty white T-shirt. And and I used to wear deodorant back then. And he smelled so bad. Like, it was the worst smell I've ever smelled. Like, it always smells good to you, but he smelled so bad. And they just, like, full on face.
Mila.
Yeah.
Mila?
And him, just full on face makeout. And I'm like, oh. I'm paying all, like, and I'm like, I'm going about this all wrong. And that's
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long after that experience?
Still only like 14.
Took
then.
a while.
Took more years to stop wearing deodorant, underwear. I
That's
would
great.
say probably 5 or 10 years for it really to sink in.
That's great. I love that.
Maybe 5 years.
You know, I used to wear women's deodorant. Remember the roll-on? I used to wear the roll-on just because. Yeah, I just like the little ball.
Yeah,
I just like the ball. I like how the ball felt. It was like almost like a massaging thing.
I could see that. Like it's like a pearl. Yeah. Now every once in a while I do a little spray for other people. Like when I go kickbox, I do a little. I feel bad for the train. You know what I mean? I don't like. But like,
Tell me about
me and my buddy Simon. We'll go on a plane. We'll go on a plane, and then we'll have like our headphones on, and then we'll just do the biggest fart ever, and we'll just keep walking like we pretend like we don't know. But not just for the sound, like the actual sound and the sound, and then just be like looking around, start looking.
Oh wow!
Like,
hey, let me tell you something, Mickey. If you really want to fart, you know what you have to do?
What?
You have to drink fermented cabbage juice.
Is that the goods?
Oh. Yeah, I get it from Sublevel Farms. It's Sublevel Farms Radically Fabulous Fermented Cabbage Juice.
It's like kimchi juice.
Sublevel.com. Sublevel.com.
Okay.
And it'll make you toot. It might take a few hours.
Okay.
But boy, you rip them and they stink.
So
boy, they stink.
Some kimchi juice.
Right. It's like kimchi, but it doesn't make you. It doesn't keep. The smell doesn't come out of your skin.
I know.
Just out of your ass.
It's to be good for your what's it called?
Digestive.
Venom?
It's good.
Gut venom? Is that a word?
Binal.
Gut bile.
It's gut health.
Gut health. Yeah.
Bile. Yeah, bile. Gut health. It's got vitamin K.
Yeah.
Vitamin C. It's loaded. And you talk about immunity. Everybody says drink orange juice. Hey, make some fermented cabbage juice.
Yeah. No,
that's what I say.
Makes sense. So
I want to read. read from one more song. This is. I really like this song. I was listening to it the other day, Waiting to Die. Do you like that song?
That was the first song I ever recorded.
Is that right?
First, like real, so I fucked around with my friends and stuff. That was the first time I ever got put. It wasn't really a fancy studio, but put with someone. Yeah, that was the first one.
Okay, here it is. I like this part. A streetwalker selling cock for rock.
Yeah.
At the flea market, trying to hawk my watch.
Yeah.
I stay on beat when I work the concrete. Some honey give me money. The others do my laundry.
Some honeys, yeah. Yeah, some honeys.
You don't like doing laundry?
I don't not like doing laundry. There's a line. Like I do like doing. I don't like to think of. I'm not the kind of person that bring my laundry to have my mom do. So when I live alone, I obviously I've had to do my laundry plenty of times, but no,
But
I don't like doing it.
I mean, no one likes doing it regularly, right? I mean,
Yeah, I don't like
because it just piles up, and you just keep grabbing from the pile. Like, I'll just use these underwear again,
Yeah, I got
right?
scabies I lived in Oregon once. I got scabies because I wasn't cleaning any of my clothes. I was also a dirty junkie. But then when I wasn't doing that, I'd go to the laundromat, do the laundry, and it wasn't so bad because I just go there, hang out, bring a book. But then I lived in Eugene for a minute, left Los Angeles, went there, and all the hippies, my clothes would smell like patchouli every time, just from the laundry,
Right.
from the thing. So
Right.
it's it's hard to win.
But now they got you can slide your credit card. You can just do it. It's a lot easier now.
Well, this poor lady, or I don't know if I don't mean poor as in poor rich, and maybe she's not poor at all in spirit. Who knows? But right before COVID started, well, there was this one coffee shop we liked near our house. We walked to it, me and my chick, and then it closed, and we're like, damn, that was the one place we liked. They make the coffee good. It was a perfect walk. Then it closed. Then it like goes to reopen, and she has this idea. The new lady, like it's a laundry service, fluff and fold, which
Right.
doesn't. It works in New York. It works really good here, but LA, okay, I don't know. Maybe it would have worked. The people didn't know how to make the coffee like they did last time, and then COVID hit like a week later or something, and poor lady with her laundry service coffee shop. Don't know.
Everything's the reason I asked if you're from Hollywood too is because all the little fun little shops that you can go to get wigs and hats.
When I was a
and you
kid, me and my dad walked down Hollywood World, back and forth, go to the magic stores, go all just the stupid things I like as a kid. You know what I mean? Toy stores, magic stores, and I loved it. But even then, and it was, I mean, fuck. Compared to what is now, let's say it was paradise then. But it was dirty and seedy, but not what's going on. But even then, I'd see all the postcards, and I'd say to my dad, "Wow, people think they're coming here to see this thing that's on these postcards, and it's not that. It smells like piss." And that was before there was homeless people on the it was great, it was fun, but just the craziness of it all.
Right.
And, these tourists coming out of the bus, they don't realize that what they think that they're seeing this, and he said, yeah, that's the illusion of it all. That's what it.
Right.
That's that's life.
Yeah, they think they're gonna run into Humphrey Bogart, but
well, they're gonna run into Superman, but it's gonna cost $5 to take a picture with him. And then after he gets 4 pictures, then he can go buy a rock and take it back to the motel. So you can go smoke crack with Superman. It won't be Christopher Reeves. Well, it wouldn't. But so you know.
It might be Christopher something, a different.
Yeah, exactly. You decide. Look,
different.
This is all a movie anyhow. So pick the one you like. So,
Are we living in an illusion? Is this an illusion?
It is an illusion. It's not, I don't think it's the stimulation, but I mean the Eastern folk, they've been saying for the whole, forever. Like it is what all those cheesy sayings. Cut them in half, divide it by 3, and it's probably something's right in there. You know what I mean?
I mean, because I don't know spiritually where you're coming from, but. I mean, we don't even know why we're here. I mean, everyone can guess, but why? I mean, this is why I think you have to live your life with some zest, some gusto.
Be the best you could be. Everyone's like the religious folk are fighting with the science folk, and they're talking about the same shit. The religious folk and the science folk should be fucking working together because they're dealing with the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So, get over it. You want to follow a book that says the Earth's 5,000 years old and we know it's not? Just forget about that. They didn't know any better then, and just be kind to your neighbor. And, like the Eastern folk, they say everything, it's all everything. Like God, Brahman is this, me, you, we're all God. You know, the Christians got it wrong because they just said it was Jesus, but Jesus was saying that it's everybody, that we're all, so, but that's just science. Everything's made up of the same shit. If you broke it down
Right.
to the smallest molecule, I don't know what that's called. I know there's electron in, but I know if you broke it down to the very, 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 very smallest thing, everything is made of the same shit from the beginning of time. There's still dinosaur piss in the water. It's all the same. So
Right.
why are the religious folk fighting with each other because my club's better than yours? Groucho Marx, I think how Groucho Marx thinks. I don't want to be a part of a club that will let me in. That's first. But second, they should not be fighting with each other. And then why are the religious folk fighting with the science folk? They're dealing in the same fucking shit.
But if everybody believed we're all one, then no one would need cell phone plans. You know, no one would need the internet.
Everyone is the center of their own universe. Like,
we are the internet. Don't you think we are the internet? I mean, we are.
An internet before there even was an internet. Like, what do you think? All that they call it the Akashic record or something. Like, if everyone could do ESPN and be telepath. Like, you know, we spend. When there was no TVs, like, people have more time, look at the star, you know. Yes, we are the internet. I agree.
Tell me about your tattoos. What's the first one you got, and why'd you get it, and how old were you when you got it?
Now, even when I was a kid, tattoos still had an outlaw allure. Now you can have a tattoo on your face and work at Starbucks. And I wanted to be an outlaw when I was a kid, but then as I got older, I thought the most outlaw thing you could do is become a lawyer and not put an outlaw patch on you and say, "Hey world, I'm an outlaw." Like, "Hey policeman," like when people put like a weed sticker on the car before weed was legal, like, that's a nice sticker. "Hey Mr. Officer, I'm the guy that you probably want to pull over and fuck with." Like, you should have a sticker that says, "I love police." But first tattoo was my ex-wife named Shayla. It's right here. And then my godfather.
What is it? What is it?
Shayla. It's my
It says
ex-wife.
Shayla.
Shayla. S-A-Y.
Okay, is that cursive?
What? No,
Is that cursive?
It's like letters, like an old kind of...
Old school, old script?
Kind of. My dad became good friend at the end of my dad's life, which is young. He was like 40, 45 or something when he died, but maybe 10 years before, 10 years before that, 10 years, he became good friends with this guy, Mark Mahoney, who's my godfather, and he's a really good tattoo guy. And I never thought I was going to get any tattoos because I come from a nice Jewish family. And but then my dad got a bunch, and they're like, "Do you want to, I was like 16 or something. He's like, "Do you want to," maybe even younger, "you want to apprentice at the tattoo shop?" I thought, that'd be cool. Like, I could learn how to do it. So then the first day, but I was only 16, so I was stupid. So they're like, "Go take out the trash, go get his coffee." I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to learn how to do tattoos by taking out the trash. So I stopped, and I ended up doing what I do. So cool. I don't think I'd ever have the patience to do any of that shit anyhow. But
it's jobs you don't. You know, the first job I ever had was training with a telemarketer.
Oh, I did telemarketing. Now who hasn't done telemarketing?
I did telemarketing. I did telemarketing when I was probably like 15.
I only did it for like a week because I wasn't very good. But yeah. Are you getting calls in Thailand from telemarketers? I mean, they seem to be everywhere. Now with the junk and the spam mail, I don't know. I've done telemarketing. I've done knock on the door. Right. I've done where they take you into the hood with like shitty stuff, like toys and little tool sets and stuff, and you walk around and knock on go like to the pool halls and just see people. "Hey, you got any kids? You want these shitty toys made in China that really suck for $5?" I didn't say that because that wouldn't be a really good way
Right.
to
No,
sell.
it might work actually. Reverse sales techniques.
But I've done all that. But really, those aren't that bad. They suck. But anything where you're like touching touching people and taking on their
Right.
energy, I wouldn't want to do that.
What do you think? Talk about touching, because people don't touch anymore. And, because, I mean, I know people do, but it seems like you already have to know the people that you're touching. You can't touch new people, or can you?
Like, you watch movies now, and I'm like, is this going to be a thing? I mean, honestly, I think one of the sometimes good, sometimes bad things about humans is how adaptable, and fickle we are. And I honestly think, like, who knows how long this isn't going to end tomorrow, and it's probably going to take, for the airports and the businesses and blah, 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 blah. But I think this shit's going to be in the rearview mirror soon, and everyone's going to be like, I don't know. But here, everyone kiss both, like Europe. I think it's going to go back. But I remember when it started, and you'd be watching a movie,
Right.
and then you're like, is this going to be a thing? Like, oh, you remember when we used to, like, kiss and hug? The bigger problem isn't whether about touching or hugging and kissing. Back to the kids, and no one knows how to look each other in the eye anymore.
Right.
And, I mean, we're talking and doing an interview, I'm wearing sunglasses, but the truth is, if we were sitting down, having a conversation at dinner and stuff, like, I would look you in the eyes, and a kid, my friend told me this story. He was like, this kid was like, I don't know if it was his godson or just like a friend of like his friend's kid, and he's like walking back from a surf, and he like sees him, and he's like, hey, to the kid, and the kid kind of like can't look at him and kind of walks by, and then instead of just saying hey back, he like wrote like a long text and like sent it about. And it's like, why can't you just say like, "Hey," and just talk right there?
It's a neuroses, though. No, it's become
Yeah.
it's become a neuroses.
I mean,
Hey, listen, we gotta go. I gotta go, but I want to say, you got anything you want to plug? Any social media handles or anything you want to say?
I probably should. I forgot to ask my chick what I'm supposed to say for this part, but I do. I'm on Instagram, and that's Mickey with the Mickey _ Avalon. And then I'm on Facebook. I think that's just the normal one, Mickey Avalon. And then Twitter, I think, is also just with the thing. But basically, we're wrapping, so I want to open up a whole new can of bananas. But I will be going back on tour and playing shows. I'm not in a rush because not because I'm scared of getting the cooties. I just want. I'm just waiting for all this stuff to kind of fall into place so I can do it. In the meantime, before I got into music and during and the whole time, I'm a painter. I've always loved painting, and that's what I really thought I was going to be, was a painter, not a musician. So in this time, I've just been painting and selling watercolors for people, like commissions, their dog, their cat, their wife, their husband, whatever, anything. So on the Instagram, if you just DM me and I've been selling watercolors for people, I do it what they want basically. And also, if it's not on Instagram, Facebook, there's a miniavalon@gmail.com, MINNIE Avalon@gmail.com, and then that's where you hit me up for the watercolor paintings.
It was such a pleasure talking to you.
You
I'm so
too.
glad
You too,
we
Willy.
got it's so good. And you're so good, and you have such a great spirit, and I really had a great time, and I wish the best to you, and I hope I see you again. I think that I will.
You will see me again because I will be back at the end of 2021 or so, and it was great rapping with you.
Great.
Double W.
Double W. I can't hold my fingers up because I just can't. I'll tell you later in a private conversation.
Oh yeah, I know what you're doing.
Okay, I'll do it. Is this it? Is this it?
I can't see you anymore anyhow, but I believe you. Here, we'll do it together. Maybe there'll be a screen.
Okay, maybe they'll see this. We'll put it in post.
Okay. Thank
Mickey
you.
Avalon.
And,
Mickey Avalon.
send me the Willy Wonka. Send me the thing and the thing and the thing, and I'll put it up too. And it was fun.
You're the best.
Fun. Robin, thank you
Mickey,
so much.
Mickey Avalon. Mickey Avalon for the hour. I'm Willy Wonka. You can catch The Jeff Richards Show at thejeffrichardshow.com. And now a song from Ditto Kiddo.
Boom.
Thank you, Mick. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.